Flosstube, this is Jamie and welcome to my cross stitching channel, or welcome back if you are a returning visitor. So today is Sunday, January good start. Today is Sunday, June 12th and I am back for a bi-weekly whip update. Doing well, guys. It's gonna be good. Stick around, it's gonna be good. So, as I said, I'm back for an update. I have a lot to go over in this video, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. So first off, before anything else, I want to give a huge, sincere, from the bottom of my heart thank you to everybody who has subscribed and liked my videos and commented. I just reached over 1,000 subscribers, which blows my mind. I did not expect that. When I started this channel, I was like, maybe a couple dozen people might follow me, and now I'm sitting with over 1,000 subscribers, and that is just awesome and crazy and overwhelming all at the same time. So thank you, every single one of you, for coming back, for subscribing, for watching my videos. I truly appreciate it, and I'm happy to have you all along with me on my stitching journey. So since I have reached 1,000 subscribers, I decided to do a giveaway, but I am going to save that till right at the end. So go ahead and settle in, and we'll get to that closer to the end of the video. So with that out of the way, I'm actually going to start out not with whips, but with shoutouts, because I have been neglecting my shoutouts for several videos now, and I really want to make sure that I shout some people out today. So I've got 4 to do today. I have a lot more than that I'd like to shout out, but it would get really long if I did all of them. So I'm going to start with 4 today. So the first person I want to shout out is Stitchy Symphony. That is Christina. She is Stitchy Symphony, I think both on YouTube and Instagram. She's been posting her projects on Instagram as well. She is one of my stitchy friends here in real life. We met up actually yesterday with her and the backcountry stitcher, who's Jen, at our local Needlework store, and we had a stitchy meetup yesterday. But she is one of my real life stitchy friends. So she has a bunch of cool projects. She does some really awesome conversions. She's doing the Fruits of Plenty Sow with silky thread and a metallic. I believe it's the Petite Treasure braid, I think. But it's absolutely beautiful. She's just started a stitch along. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a big garden piece with like little motifs in it, and it looks really cool. But she's got a lot of awesome things going. She's actually a really relatively new stitcher. I think she said yesterday she's only been stitching for maybe 9 months, so she found it and started up last year. And she also does a lot of free patterns, which I think is cool. She finds a lot of neat free ones, and I think she highlights one every week in her videos as well. So that could be fun for people who don't necessarily want to put out money on patterns but still want to stitch things. So I highly recommend her channel. So that is the first one. Second one is the Gem State Stitcher. Her name is Jenna, and she is my older sister. So she started her channel, I think maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. She's only got 2 videos out, I think, now. But she has a lot of really cool projects. She does some full coverage. She's got like a heaven and earth design. I'm trying to think of what else. She's really big into birds, so she's got several patterns with birds in it. She's doing the Owl Force Embroidery 100 Owls, which looks so awesome. And then she's doing some like sampler type things like Pandemic, and she's just started up a bunch of patterns from the Witchy Stitcher, which is like horror, darker, like that kind of feel. If you've ever watched Stitched by Liz, who I also shouted out a couple videos ago, they're very similar with some of the kind of alternative patterns they stitch. So I recommend her channel as well. Obviously I'm biased because she's my sister, but I think she's doing a lot of cool stuff. So So that was the second one. And then the third one is someone I just found, like, I think either last week or the week before. And her name is Renee from the Appalachian Stitcher is her channel name. I freaking love her. She's so funny to watch. She's got such a cute personality and she seems like such a nice person. She's got, I think, all of these are starting to blur together a little bit because I've watched so many new people over the last few weeks, but I believe she stitches mostly like smaller patterns. I know she made, I think it's a Stitchrovia pattern. She finished it for StitchCon, I think. Oh man, I'm getting my facts messed up now. But she's got a lot of cute little patterns as well. I don't think she does any full coverage or anything, but she's just such a fun person to watch. I highly recommend taking a look at her videos as well. And then the last person I will shout out, who also just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Her name is Alara, and I forgot to mention all 4 of these are stitchers in the States. I don't know the states for all of them, but I know that they're all in the US. So the last person was Alara. Tons and tons and tons of full coverage, lots of kits. She does both, I think, just like the stamped kits, and then she has some like embroidery kits as well. But she has a huge variety of stuff she's got going on. I know that she just started kitting up for a ton of new fancy lady starts from both Mirabilia and Bella Filipina, I think is the name of it. And she does longer videos, so they usually range anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour. So if you like the longer videos, definitely suggest her channel. She's a lot of fun to listen to and watch her go over all of her stuff. And I think she also just started making bags, project bags. I don't know if her stuff is up for sale yet, but I do know she's ventured into doing that as well. So anyway, those are the 4 shout outs that I'm doing today. So let's go ahead and jump into my whips. I don't know why I closed this, so that's my notes. I don't know what I worked on without them. So over the last 2 weeks, I worked on 7 projects. And these will be not in chronological order necessarily. I don't remember exactly when I stitched all of them. So we'll just jump in. The first thing I worked on was Beloved, which looks like this. It is a Heaven and Earth Designs pattern, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artist is Adele Sessler, and mine is stitched on 28 count. I think it's just a plain Lugana 2/110 stitch. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Always trying to find the best way to show this. So I actually got the page finish. If you watched my last video, or was it the one before? I can't remember. It was either the last video or the one before. I was doing a bunch of full coverage work for Mania, and this was one of my Mania pieces, and I only got like a few hundred stitches away from finishing the page, and so I came back to it and I decided to finish it up. So that is all done. Now I have 4 pages done on this. And I think it only took me 400-ish stitches to finish off the last part. It was just this little highlight on his chin. And then this is the woman's head. It's like the shadow of her hair next to his face. So I got that all done. I'm really happy with that. I don't know how much I'll be working on full coverage. I did get a little burnt out during May, so it hasn't been a priority for me, but I do definitely want to get some progress, so we'll see. That is the first one I worked on, and I have, since it's out of the frame, I did go cross country for a little while with black, and I just filled all of that in, but I decided that that was boring and I didn't want to just do one color for a long time, so came back up and started filling him in. But so that is my progress on Beloved. And I've been kind of super spacey and kind of up and down with my moods lately over the last couple of weeks, so I haven't been doing a super job with like keeping track of numbers and days I worked on things and all of that. So I have the names of what I worked on, and that's about it for this time around, and a general estimate of how much I did. So hopefully that's all right with you guys. Okay, so the second one I worked on was Twisted. Sorry, I got all my projects stacked here. Got stuck. So the second one I worked on was Twisted Band Sampler by Northern Expressions Needlework. And that pattern looks like this. Sorry about the glare. There we go. So I finished up this band in my last video I showed. That's what I finished up in May. So I'm doing a band a month. That's my plan for this one, as long as I can find the time to do it. So I finished that one for last month, and then since we're in June now, I started working on the flower band here. That is that pattern, and I am stitching mine on a 32 count white Lugana 2/2 for the cross stitching, and then 1 strand for the specialty stitches. So I got 3 plus the partial flower done. I have to start holding this back a little bit farther. I'm well over the halfway point now. I think the halfway point was somewhere around here. So I'm making my way over there. This is where I got to from last time. I do not count stitches on this one anyway, because it's a paper chart. But I would imagine that's probably at least 500 or 600 stitches, I would imagine. Maybe that's overestimating. But yep, I got 3 flowers all the way done, and then I started it on this one. Since this is a paper chart, this is kind of where the page cut off. So, but it's a good start for June. I think there are 9 flowers total, so I'm a third of the way done with the flowers already, and I have the rest of June to get it done. So I feel like I'm on pretty good track for that. Still, I can't get over the colors in this one. It's just really fun to stitch on it. So that is the second thing I worked on. And I do apologize if you hear any sound in the background. My fiance and our roommate are home right now, and I know that my fiance is playing a video game and it sounds like my roommate's in the kitchen cooking or something, so sorry if you hear any of that noise. Okay, so that was the second thing, and then the third thing I worked on was Loyalty, which looks like this. It is another Heaven and Earth Designs chart, and the artist is Cherie Gerhardt. I'm stitching mine on, again, 28 count Lugana 2/110 stitch. That's how I do all my full coverages now. So here we are from last time. Again, I wasn't very good at writing down numbers or anything, but I think from what I can remember, I got probably, I think I got upwards of maybe 700 stitches on this one. I decided that what I want to do with this one, I do have a goal on it, and I will go over this more after we get to either on my last video in June or my first one in July. I'll probably be doing another whip parade and kind of going over where my goals are from when I first set them. So I originally had a goal for 20% done. I think I'm up to almost 13% done on this one, but I decided, because the page, the page I'm working on over here, so there's actually a partial and then there's a whole one after that. But that page I think ends right around here and then like here. So I don't have too much left on this page to go. So I was actually thinking of just focusing more on the page finish rather than the percentage. There's a decent amount of confetti, and so I get a little, I don't know, thinking about getting 20% done. I just don't know if it's if it's a reasonable goal. Just because I'm switching colors a fair amount. It doesn't look like it, but there's probably 5 or 6 shades of yellow in the background. And when it gets darker, it adds in more like browns and stuff, and like over here. So definitely lots of color changes, even though it doesn't look like it. But I think I might be changing my goal up on this one to page finish rather than percentage. So, but it'll actually be 2 technically, because it'll be the whole page here, and then there's like this much left of that partial. So that is Loyalty. And this is a mini. I forgot to mention that. This is not the full chart. I did a mini for these. So that is the 3rd thing I worked on. And then number 4 is Lady Justice by Mirabilia. Oops. So that one looks like this. And I am stitching mine on a fabric from Bestitch Me. It's a 32 count Lugana, also in the color Evil Queen. So that is that one. And I got a decent amount of progress on this one. It was more than I was planning to do, but I really got in a groove with this one, and I did not want to put it down. And I actually, I'll show you here in a minute. Let's make sure I'm showing it the right way. Let's see. Yeah. So this is where I got to, it's really wide now because I went so far over. So this is where I got from last time. Hopefully I'll be able to put that side by side. So I got a little bit paranoid because of how far out the sashes, like the blue on either side, and then with the sword, like how far out it goes. I was feeling a little paranoid, like this fabric was not going to be wide enough, which it is. I decided to just go down the back side of the skirt and then find this end of the sash. And then this is as far out, or it's only like maybe 1 or 2 rows out from the farthest for the blue sash, and the sword only goes out to like here, which obviously I'm not up where the sword is, but hold it a little bit closer so you can see it better. But I am enjoying this one a lot. And I, between all the people I see starting new Mirabilia projects and stuff and working on this more, I'm definitely going to be picking up at least 1 or 2 more of these at some point. So, but I really love how that's turning out. I love the colors on this fabric. I think it looks really nice. So, love the green and purple together. I don't know if that's showing. Yeah, that's pretty true. But yeah, you can see I'm gonna definitely have enough room, because that blue, I still have a good 2.5, 3 inches on that side. So now I feel better. Don't feel like I'm gonna run into space issues. So that was my Mirabilia. And I actually got the last, there are only, I think, 2 Krynics. Those are metallic threads for this one. And I got the first one a while ago when I bought all of the beads, and then they didn't have the Krynic in stock, and so I had them order it for me. And I picked that up yesterday when I went to go stitch with my friends. So that's all kitted up now. So whenever I get to the metallics, I can start putting them in. So that was number 4, and then number 5 is Let It Snow. That's not the right bag. Which looks like this. It is a Stitchrovia pattern. And I am stitching mine on, if I can remember it, 18 count Royal Christmas Blue Ada. So I believe I put in somewhere around 400 stitches maybe on this one. This is where we're at from last time. Fabric fabric is very stiff, so it doesn't like to work with me. So I just added in, let's see, I think I did this whole top part, brought the border around. I think I already had this line, but I did this little curly Q down here and then added some of these blue accents, and I started the clock, and then I did a few more of these snowflakes. So really love, I adore this one. I feel like I'm gonna finish it really quickly if I keep coming back to it a lot. So it may not come out for a little while just because I don't really want to put it away, because it's only 2 colors, so it's really easy, relaxing kind of a stitch. So that is the 5th thing I worked on. And this was 2/1 for the floss. Okay, so that was number 5, and then number 6 was Fruits of Plenty, which looks like this. It was the 2021 stitch along from Modern Folk Embroidery. And I am stitching mine on an 18 count white Aida with TMC colors. Oh boy, 820. I always forget the red. Always forget the red. And 321. 820 is a dark blue and 321 is a dark red, or like a bright red. So this is where we're at from last time. Since it's been a minute, I don't remember exactly what all I did. Pretty sure I did a lot of these like blue stems. I think I did this other red flower, all of the stems here. I started this flower pot. I think that's all I did. I maybe brought this line down, but I honestly don't remember now. I have been a little dissatisfied with this project. Excuse me. I think it's related to the fabric. I've been working so much on Lugana and like dyed things that the fabric just isn't very stiff. A lot of them are very soft, a little bit stretchy, and I don't love the feel of this one now that I've been working on all of those other kinds of fabric. I may just keep pushing on and it is what it is, or I might restart on like a 32 count Lugana or something like that, like a white Lugana. I don't know. I'm really struggling with figuring out what to do with this one, because I do love the colors. I love how it's turning out. But yeah, just I'm not loving this fabric. It's starting to bother me. So we'll see. If you guys, what do you guys think? Should I restart? Keep going with how far I am already? I think I've already gotten like a couple thousand stitches into this. So I don't know. It would be a decent restart. So that is number 6. Like I said, please, for me, go look at Stitchy Symphony's Fruits of Plenty. It's stunning with the purple and her silver metallic. It was so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna stop gushing over her project now. And then the last thing I worked on, which I took with me to my Stitchy meetup yesterday, was Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler. I have not stitched on this one in a minute. I actually think, no, because I did a Stitchrovia last time. I don't remember the last time I worked on this before yesterday. So yeah, it's been a minute. But this is the last thing I worked on. It is stitched on a 28 count Lugana in the color Helix by Picture This Plus. And this is where I got from last time. A little bit. So I believe I got about 400 to 450 stitches on this. So not a ton. We do chat a fair bit, so I get a little distracted. But I think I brought these like triangles, and then the one stitch border. I did all of that. And then I think I did like these little spots in the deer and filled in a little bit more over here. And then I think I brought this outside border down. Always feels like, we were talking, Jen and Christina were like, oh my God, that's such a tiny count. And it is, it's very dainty looking, and I really like that. But I was telling him, I was like, okay, it's great because obviously the fabric, it's smaller, it's a smaller pattern, but you do like a couple hundred stitches and it's like this much, this much stitching. And so it's harder to feel like you get a lot of progress because it takes so much longer to get a big portion of the picture done. But I do love how it's turning out. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's okay. So, but yep, I'm working on this one. I think I'm about halfway down this next page. I haven't decided yet if I want to go down to the bottom and then work that way, or if I want to do another strip and then do the bottom, but we'll see. So, but I am happy with that. And I am stitching this one 1/1 full crosses with DMC color 939. It's a dark navy blue. So that is all my whips. It feels like a lot, but it was over 2 weeks instead of just one. So, but I am happy with what I got done. I was having some mental health issues over the last week or so. So it was just, if I could do it, I did it. And if I couldn't, I couldn't. So, but I'm glad I at least got some progress on things. So that's all of my whips, and we will move into the giveaway. So obviously all of the giveaway rules apply. Please don't comment anything about giveaway, raffle, prize, anything like that. Please be a subscriber. Yeah, all of that regular stuff. I won't need your mailing address because I decided to go with an electronic giveaway this time. So I will be giving away 2 $15 gift cards to any stitchy accessory, pattern, whatever site you want. So like Etsy, Heaven and Earth Designs, Artisy, 123 Stitch, anything in that realm is eligible for this. And I'll just, when I pick the winners, you can just tell me where you want your card to go, and then you can go have a little bit of a shopping spree. So like I said, 2 $15 gift cards. So I will be drawing 2 names. I did not come up with a word for this. Let's go, if you want to be entered in, please leave a comment and use the word summer, since it is super hot today and we are definitely coming to summer now. I think it's been in the 90s, possibly 100 the last couple of days. It's been hot. It's supposed to cool off again in the next couple of days, but so let's use the word summer somewhere in your comment if you would like to be entered. So I'm gonna leave it there because I've been going for almost half an hour. It's almost double what my normal videos are. And I'm starting to get a little bit of a scratch throat here. So thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, an extra thank you. So yeah, please make sure to leave a comment if you'd like to be entered, and I will leave that open until I do this every 2 weeks, so I will just let it run for a 2-week span until my next video. So I'll leave it until, let's see, 2 weeks out will be the 26th will be my next video, the 26th. So I will cut it off on the 25th because I usually do my filming on the 26th. So if you get your name in by midnight on June 25th, you'll be part of the drawing. So I'm excited for that. So I hope you all are doing well, staying safe and healthy. Thank you so much again for being here with me, spending some time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.